just has a discussion, but there's only one extension problem.
Right. Have you guys seen the material at all yet?
I watched the little PowerPoint, but it was really confusing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm tired of this trigonometry.
It's like the worst thing in the world.
Honestly.
Don't like it.
Okay, so let's do this. All right, so it says find the solutions from 0 to 2 pi for 6 sine squared x minus 2 cosine x equals 5.
So we're just pulling it up.
So I guess.
Well, I guess there's only one extension problem, but do we need to do the team discussion at all? But that was the preparation assignment. So did you guys have questions on it, or?
No, I looked through all this material. It's just kind of just like the best way you can do this is if you just use the example and you use the PowerPoint, I guess, that it gives you.
Okay.
Like that's just me. Like I can't do any of this without looking back.
Yeah, the example.
Yeah, because it's like we're honestly really confusing and stuff. So.
Okay. So I think as long as we did the preparation assignment, then I think we're okay to just do the extension problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted what you were saying.
No.
We're doing what we're supposed to.
So from what I remember, so what we have to do is we have to get everything in terms of one trigonometric function. Gosh, I can't speak.
So I think, okay, so the first part, the sine 2x, I think we can change that to, I think it's, I want to say like 1 minus cosine.
Yeah, because that's what the Pythagorean identity is.
Yep.
So what we'd have 6, and then we would, I guess, or you put parentheses around the sine squared x and change it to 1 minus cosine squared x, parentheses, and then minus 2 cosine x equals 5. And then distribute the 6. So you get 6 minus 6 cosine squared x minus 2 cosine x equals 5. And then you subtract the 5 over, correct?
Because
you need to set it all to 0.
Yeah, you want to do it all to 0.
Solution. If you subtract 5 over, then so since the 6 and the 5 are over.
Oh, can we combine? Oh yeah, move 5 over. Sorry.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. No, I just didn't.
For some reason I was thinking move it to the other side, but it's on the other side, and I'm just silly pants.
Oh, okay. So if you subtract 5 over, you can subtract it from the 6. So then you get 1 minus 6 cosine squared x minus 2 cosine x equals 0. And then if we're trying to find a solution, you'd want to put this in the parabola formula, right?
Yes.
So what we would have is we'd have negative 6 cosine squared x minus 2 cosine x plus 1 equals 0. And then you would just it would be, so if it was in the parabola form, your cosines count as x's pretty much. So what it is, it's negative 6x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 0. And then you'd either have to factor that, or you could use the what's that called?
Quadratic.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be the easiest, right?
Yeah. So we have A is -6, B is -2, and C is 1. You have X equals -B, so negative of -2 plus or minus the square root of B squared, which is -2 squared, minus 4 times -6 times 1 all over 2 times -6. So what it simplifies down to is you get 2 plus or minus 4, and then -4 times -6 is 24 times 1 is 24. So then you get plus 24 all over -12. So then you get x equals 2 plus or minus the square root of 28 over -16.
Isn't it 28?
Oh, yeah. Did I say 24? I'm sorry. I meant 28.
Okay.
And then now you just have to solve that for the plus and the minus. So for the plus side, I got x equals -0.4557.
I got 2.44 for the plus.
Oh, maybe I didn't do that right then.
Oh, I forgot the negative.
2 plus the square root of 28 divided by -16.
So 1.55. Oh, okay, that was different than what I got.
Let me see here. What is different, Antonio?
I'm still trying to get this. I'm a little behind.
I think you have to make sure your calculator's into or radian mode again.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Mine was not.
I think that's what was messing mine up. So I did 2. It was 2 plus square root of 28 divided by -16.
I think it's 12.
Yeah, that's what I got. 12.
12. Goodness gracious me. I'm dumb. I'm not focused at all. Divided by -12. Okay, so I got 0.6076. Negative.
Yeah, negative 0.6076. And then for the 2 minus, I got 0.2743.
Yeah. And then since I guess if we're using the sines and the cosines, we can't have negatives in there, right?
Yeah, so I think you have to take the positive value. So.
Okay. I think from the beginning when we did the quadratic, we were supposed to change that so that we didn't have a negative cosine in the beginning.
But it works out. The 2 minus square root of 28 divided by -12 is a positive number.
Oh, okay.
So I think that value is the right one because it's a positive number, whereas the plus one is a negative.
Oh, okay.
So I think we just have to do it both and then choose the one that's the positive.
Okay. And
I think you're right. I think we automatically change it to positive number no matter what. Because I think we have to have both the plus and the minus to plug into I think it's the arc sign.
oh, the arc cosine?
Yeah, arc cosine. I think we need but instead of -0.6076, I think we just make that a positive.
Oh, okay.
If I'm right, do you guys?
I think that's right because I remember when we did it, the first times that we were doing it, we were supposed to just change it to positive. I think I
Okay.
remember that from doing it before.
Okay, so for the arc cosine of 0.6076, I got 0.9178. And then for the other one, I got 1.2929.
That's what I got.
So it's just those two, right? Or do we have to do the sign of them? Since there's a sign in the original function?
I don't think we need to because we did the equivalent of the 1 minus cosine squared x.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I think it's equivalent, so we would get the same answer essentially. Right?
Okay. Those were it, right? Let me check the answers.
I think you have to do, since we changed that number from negative to positive, I think when you do the arc cosine, I think you have to do it to both the positive and the negative of that number, because it is plus or minus still, or it should be.
Oh, for both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we did the negative arc cosine of that 0.6076, I got 2.224.
Mm-hmm. Then for the other one, I got
1.8. We round it, or 8, no, 7.
yes. What was it again?
1.8487 since we had 4 digits on everything else.
Okay. Okay, so if we go and check, so what they did, so yeah, they just substituted the sign in, got everything in cosine, distributed, broke it down, put it in the parabola form. So it looks like they did divide everything by -1, or multiplied everything by -1. So you distribute a -1 over to get the 6 cosine positive.
Okay.
And then they did the quadratic, and then yeah, they got both the answers in positive. And then yeah, they took the cosine. Yep, those were the right answers.
Oh, cool.
So, like you were saying, Antonio, so when we do that, we have to take the arc cotangent or the arc cosine or sine or whatever of the negative numbers as well, right?
Yeah, it's just because of that square root, since it makes it plus or minus. I'm pretty sure it's just because of that.
I gotcha.
Okay. So you should always, like on these problems, you should have essentially 4 different solutions.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I think what also counts too, or what also makes sense, is that since we're doing it from 0 to 2 pi, it should go through the x-axis twice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, then that's why you get the 4 answers for all 4 quadrants.
Yeah, so because you get it from the first part where it comes down, and then you get it when you come back up.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking. Okay, cool.
All right, so I'm gonna stop this one and I'm gonna submit it real fast just so we have it submitted.
Okay.
And I'll start another one and put it in the Google chat. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes.